with Lala clearing his head, finding out new things about his abilities, or is he just losing his mind? Meanwhile, Gambi takes the ultimate stand and possibly the ultimate sacrifice. Jefferson Pierce is learning more and more about the events that took place to give him his powers. Meanwhile, his family is learning more about the powers from within their ranks. And an enemy finds out the truth about Jefferson Pierce and Black Lightning. All that and more here on Nephilim Entertainment. What is up, everybody? What is up? Welcome back to Nephilim Entertainment. I am your host, Metron Urel. Thank you for tuning in, and you're watching my coverage of Black Lightning. And this is episode 10, Sins of the Father, the Book of Redemption. Will is now part of Lala's new collection. Yeah, apparently Lala is now starting to collect people like I collect movies, adding one after the other. Now Will's added to the ranks. I'm just curious about what these powers and these abilities have on our boy Lala. Jefferson and Anissa find out they don't find a bunch of missing kids. They apparently find trouble because when Anissa was given word from Gambi about the missing kids, she went to go investigate herself because she wanted to bring information back to her daddy, knowing that he was not on speaking terms with Gambini. Well, when she goes there, she finds a bunch of missing kids, so she convinces her father to follow her, and they go back. Well, when they go back, they find nothing but trouble. Apparently, it was a booby trap, and somebody was onto them. So, with this going on, Anissa takes up for Gambini, lets her father know, hey, he's family. He's not entirely too big on it, and he wants her to stay away from Gambini. He doesn't want to have anything to do with Gambini, none whatsoever, and pretty much wants the same for her. But she says, I'm sorry. Look, Miss Sneaky, what are you up to? Because you said I'm sorry like you about to do something. Like you're already starting to ask for forgiveness. So, what you sorry for? 2-Bit is back. Our favorite little delinquent's back, and apparently he's now witnessing kids being kidnapped. Oh, joy. So we now have a girl who apparently has the ability to set herself on fire. Talk about being lit. But she apparently is now abducted, thrown in the back of a van, and 2-Bit witnesses the whole thing. So what does he do with this information? Actually, the smart thing. He goes, talks to our boy Jefferson Pierce, lets him know what's up. Meanwhile, with all this going on, we have Lala, who wants to do business with some cocaine, heroin kind of people. Apparently he's wanting to get into drug dealings, but everything but green light is on the table. Can he make the profit? Well, his buyers and sellers aren't too convinced, so naturally he offers up collateral and is none other than his mother. So this dude is apparently come back, and naturally he's got a little bit off the deep end if he's willing to sacrifice his own mom just to do business. Well, all this going on, Jefferson decides he's going to take the lead and do some investigation. I love it too. He goes and sees Lala himself, and people are actually still willing to go after him for the bounty, including a woman throwing out appliances to try and nail him in the head, take him out, which had to be the funniest part in the whole episode. I'm sorry, man. I'm just trying to get Black Lightning. You know they still got a price on your head. It's alright. I'm gonna go. Work on your aim. But while this investigation is going on, Anissa and Jen have words yet again, being sisters and all. And this time Jen's powers actually spawn a little bit. she looks like a growing nightlight or glowing nightlight. So it's interesting to see if once again we're going to follow the comic book adaptation. And it seems that this is the case because with her power spawning, she actually looks like the embodiment of lightning herself. And I think, and this is a little bit jealous personally because she's got her own unique set of powers, and her and Jen, who doesn't even want these powers, naturally takes after their father. So with that, are we going to sense a little bit of sisterly rivalry here? Yeah, one sister who wants powers but gets her own versus the sister who doesn't want powers but takes after their father. So naturally, this is going to create some rivalry between the two girls. But Jefferson and Lynn have a very interesting relationship. They will flirt like crazy. I mean, they did have two kids together. They were married, and the only reason why they split up is because Lynn did not approve of his superhero ways at the time. But now that she's more or less gave her blessing, are we going to see Jefferson and Lynn possibly getting back together? Is there romance in the air? Because he flirted like hell in this past episode. I'm just saying. Dude does got some skills when it comes to the ladies. Okay? Just saying. But Gambini, he's actually confronted by his old associates. Apparently, they feel that he knows who Jefferson Pierce is Black Lightning, but they don't exactly say it. All we get a big sense on is that they know Gambini's got some tie to Black Lightning. So naturally, he's taken hostage after they threatened to hostage some people. Well, after a lovely little interrogation and a nice little browbeating and waterboarding and all the little nice little fun outings you can do with some secret organizations, they now decide that they're going to go after Pierce, much to Gambini's dismay. So I'm guessing that this was atonement on Gambini's side. He would die with the truth, never tell him, and give testimony to Jefferson in his dying act that apparently water is thicker than blood at this point. And apparently he cares for Jefferson like a son, willing to risk his life to protect him. Didn't work very much, but hey, I've already forgiven Gambini. Maybe Jefferson can too. And now we have the girls who are now going to the doctor in order to figure out the powers. Lynn literally puts Jen under the microscope to find out her powers, and we find out that apparently Daddy absorbs electricity like a battery. Meanwhile, Jen actually produces her own power herself. Am I sensing that her and Daddy could make an awesome superpowered team up, better than her and Alyssa? And the rivalry continues. Oh, snap. Lastly, Gambini's actually saved by Pierce, who makes a blackout, leading to Gambini actually killing their persecutors. Well, two of the grunts. Well, when he's taken back to his nice little hidey hole, Jefferson actually nurses him and is there to protect him and let him know, hey, everything's alright, you just get some rest. So, is Gambini forgiven? Sure hope so, because we find out that there needs to be a scout for ASA when it comes to fighting these superpower people. Okay, I thought it was 2 bits. Because you can tell a story, but you can trick the audience into thinking it's one way when it's actually another. I thought maybe Gambini, his predecessor, was 2 bits, given the fact that 2 bits was on the street. He witnessed it. Yeah, he pointed a finger, but at this point he's in a neighborhood where he's known. So if he can at least convince Black Jesus that he had nothing to do with the kidnappings, possibilities are that he could be hiding in plain sight and nobody would ever suspect that he is the one intelling ASA. That was my theory. But we find out the scout is none other than Kara. Now, if no one knows who Kara is, she is the girl that works with Jefferson Pierce at the high school. She is the vice principal and quote unquote, I am not your secretary girl. So, apparently she is the scout for the ASA. Now, no, spoiler alert. But with that being said, this bitch, really? Jefferson Pierce is trying to help these kids and you're handing them up to a silver platter to ASA. The hell's wrong with you? But apparently ASA has put two and two together and figured out that Jefferson Pierce is none other than Black Lightning. Oh boy, so the plot thickens. Yay. Alright, up next for Black Lightning. Apparently Pierce is found and arrested and put in interrogation where he is going to be tormented and pushed and provoked and brattled and all kinds of nasty things to try to provoke him into using his powers. And when that happens, he will obviously be killed. So Gambini is warning somebody in the next episode. Is it Anissa? Is it Lynn? Are we finding out that possibly there is limitations to what Pierce could possibly endure in order to protect his secret identity? And is this going to be a nice little interesting call to arms for Jen when she finds out her daddy's kidnapped and the only person who can really save him is her? So will our girl light it up, or will she continue to basically stay in the background? But that's going to do a wrap for me. Be sure to leave me a thumbs up down below and post some comments down below, being all friendly, discussing this episode. And be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video for more content and subscribe. But my question for y'all is, who saw Kara being a double agent? Or not double agent, but who saw her being trifling? Let me know up here and down here. But that is going to do a wrap for me. I'm Metatron Uriel, and you're watching Nephilim Entertainment. To all you daydreamers and creators out there, keep your heads in the clouds. Peace.